The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
We're so done with New Year, New You. This year, it's more you on Bumble. More of you shamelessly sending playlists, especially that one filled with show tunes. More of you finding Geminis because you know you always like them. More of you dating with intention because you know what you want. And you know what? We love that for you. Someone else will too. Be more you this year and find them on Bumble.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another bonus episode here on ORD, and I'm your host, Greg Audino. On this particular Sunday, we will be hearing a Q&A from Optimal Health Daily, and this one specifically really blends health and relationships. So listen close. I'm going to pass it over to him now and optimize your life.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Campos, and so I'm a health and fitness coach, I guess, and I host communities and help people get to their optimum weight and health, just feel good about themselves. My question is, how do I help my clients, my customers, my family, anybody around me, not give up? They always end up saying, well, it's because it's you. You can do it because that's just how you are. I'm reading this book, Finish, right now. I know he talks about making it fun, so that's more of what I'm focused on, is keeping it fun for their weight loss, their health journeys. But any tips to help spread, make it contagious for people to stay on track?
Thank you for your question, Jennifer. It sounds like you're really passionate about helping others feel their best, and that's so admirable, so keep doing what you're doing. But for folks that are driven like you, it can get frustrating when working with those that don't share the same enthusiasm for their own health and wellness. And that's okay. It's taken me a while to realize this, but you as their health and fitness coach may feel more invested in their health than they themselves do. And again, that's okay, because it means you care. And even though your clients may not share the same enthusiasm for their own health that you do, that's okay too. It's because their priorities are different. And that just means they're human. And again, for me, when I was younger, I had other priorities. Health and wellness wasn't a priority until it had to become one. And that was after I was diagnosed with a disease. But here's the amazing thing. The fact that your client is standing there in front of you, ready to work, is pretty tremendous. Think about all of the steps they had to take just to be standing there in front of you. They had to first contact you, and that first step alone is a huge barrier for most people. Many never even get to this step. Then they had to schedule a session, wait until the day of their session and not cancel. Then on the day of, they had to again fight the urge to cancel, dress in their exercise clothes, drive over to your gym or office, mentally prepare for the hard work they're about to do, and then place themselves in your care. All of this is not easy. So when you really think about it, your clients are motivated. Just look at all of the steps they had to take just to meet with you. So now, the key is to tap into that initial motivation that they have and keep it going. And you're right, your clients will say things like, oh, it's easier for you because you enjoy working out. Or, it's easier for you because you're younger than me. Or, you don't suffer from such and such ailment. Or, you have more time than I do. I've heard all of these excuses too. But the trick is this. Don't get defensive. Don't engage. Don't say things like, you don't understand. I'm busy too. I'm here for 12 hours every day, blah, 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 blah. Instead, let them vent. Listen to them. Ask follow-up questions. If they say, well, of course you see results because you actually enjoy all of this healthy stuff, you can respond with, you're right, I do enjoy this. But what can I do to help you enjoy this too? They might have a witty response and say something like, well, you can let me sit in a hammock and drink a martini. Of course, you can chuckle at this cheesy joke, but then bring them back to reality and ask, is there an exercise or move you've been curious about and want to try. Here's why this is so important. You're giving them the choice. By giving them a choice, you're making it clear that you care about them as a person, you care about their goals and their motivations for being in your presence. This starts to break down any resistance they may be feeling. What if they say, "Sure, I've always wanted to try deadlifting. Can we do that?" In your head, you're probably thinking, well, since this is your very first time with me, I don't think that's safe. But instead of saying that, here's what you can say instead. "That's a great exercise, but I have a suggestion. May I share that with you?" Notice, you didn't go right into all the reasons why you think this would be a terrible idea. Instead, you ask permission to share your thoughts. This again empowers your client and makes them feel like you really care about them. So after they give you permission to share your thoughts, and they will almost always say yes, you can say that you love the idea of showing them how to deadlift and want to show them a different exercise first so that when they execute a deadlift, they'll look like a pro. Think about how this message differs from what they're likely to hear from other fitness coaches. In my experience, many trainers go through the motions and outline the same routine with the same warm-ups, cool-downs, and exercises for the majority of their clients. They tell their clients what to do and for how long and to just push through. But if you ask them about exercises they've always wanted to try, you motivate and empower your client. Now, they're not just taking orders from you, they're involved in the process. You show by doing this that you really care. That will keep them coming back. I completely agree that some of the exercises you have your clients perform need to be enjoyable. It can't all bring pain. But realistically, we know that it's simply not possible for every move to be fun. But the way to get around this is to involve them in the process. You, of course, are the expert, so they may suggest exercises that are dangerous or even ridiculous. If that happens, roll with it and ask if you can offer a suggestion. And then after they say yes, which they almost always do, that's when you provide your expertise. Then watch the magic happen. So the bottom line is this: turn the traditional training session on its head. Remember, the fact that your client didn't cancel and is standing there in front of you means they are motivated and want your help, even though they may say things like, "Oh, it's easier for you. Oh, I don't really want to do this." They're there. By involving them in the process and asking about what they hope to achieve and which exercises they've always wanted to try, will motivate and empower them. And that will keep them coming back.
I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, "Hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby," and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does without me lifting a finger, so I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
Your data is like gold to hackers. They're selling your passwords, bank details, and private messages. McAfee helps stop them. Secure VPN keeps your online activity private. AI-powered text scam detector spots phishing attempts instantly. And with award-winning antivirus, you get top-tier hacker protection. Plus, you'll get up to $2 million in identity theft coverage, all for just $39.99 for your first year. Visit McAfee.com. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Thank you again for the question, Jennifer, and keep up the great work. Now, if you want to send your questions in, you can email them to health@oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com. Or if you want your voice played on the show, come by oldpodcast.com/ask. And of course, you can always do it the old-fashioned way and call in your question. The number is 61 I love OHD. All right, that'll do it from me for today. Thank you so much for listening every day and all the way through, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.